We now have unified customer profile for all the ShopSphere customers. Now we want to build intelligence on top of those custom profiles. Custom metrics and scores that tells us things like how much each customer has spent across all channels, how recently they purchased, and how often they buy. That's what calculated insights are for. Calculated insights are custom metrics and score that you define using SQL. They run on a schedule basis, and the results get attached to a unified individual profile. This means when you build a segment, you can filter on things like total lifetime spend greater than 300 because that's the calculated insight value that has been computed and stored for every customer. Calculated insights are the bridge between your raw data and the actionable business intelligence. Let me clarify the difference between calculated insights and segment because they are related but different. A calculated insight produces a value for each individual, like Jennifer, total spend is $579. A segment uses those values and other attributes to create a group. All customer whose total spend is over 300. Calculated insight enrich the individual profile. Segment group the profiles. Both are essential and they work together. For ShopSphere, here's our calculated insight plan for these two modules. In this module, total lifetime spend, days since last purchase, and total purchase count. In the next module, recency, score, frequency score, monetary score, and the combined RFM score. Together, these insights will give us a rich multi-dimensional picture of every ShopSphere customer. The SQL you write in Calculate Insight is standard ANSI SQL. If you are using SQL before, this will feel similar. The basic structure is select your dimensions column and metric column from your DMO with group by for aggregation. One critical thing, use the field picker in the Calculate Insight UI to get the exact API name for your DMO field. Field names vary between orgs and configuration, and getting them wrong is the most common cause for SQL error. The field picker shows you exactly what's available. Let's look into the first insight, total lifetime spend. We want to say for each customer, add up the grand total amount of all their sales order. The SQL selects the individual ID and sum of the order amount from the sales order DMO group by individual ID. After this run, Jennifer should have a total lifetime spend of 579. Her 7 purchases across all channel, online and in-store. Let's look at the second insight. This is for date calculation. We find the max order date for each customer, their most recent purchase, and then calculate how many days have elapsed since that date. This uses date function available in Data Cloud SQL. The result is a number. A customer who bought yesterday has a value of 1. A customer who hasn't bought in 6 months has a value of 180 plus. This metric is going to drive our lapsed customer and win back customer later. Let me show you a one. So we are in Data Cloud right now, and we are going to look into a calculated insight. To create calculated insight, you will click New, select calculated insight, and use SQL authoring. Next, over here, you're going to write your SQL. While writing the SQL, in case you want to know which particular field it is there, you can select that field and can insert it. So let me first remove the everything. Let's take, for example, if I want to insert create date, this will give me the table name and the field name attribute. Like this, you're going to create a calculate insight and give it a name. So if I look at the already built calculate insight, this is a calculate insight for unified individual lifespan. This is saying get me the customer ID and the grand total amount from sales order object. Now we have to do a join because there is a relationship between bill to email ID. If you remember, we created bill to email ID and the contact point. Similarly, we did it for the source record ID also for the individual. So we have to write joins and then we're saying group it by customer ID. So if I just copy this and if I show you to run in a Explorer in query editor. So this is how it will look like. It is giving me the customer ID and it's giving me the total lifetime spend. So this is my calculated insight. And this calculated insight is giving me an output for every profile. How much total lifetime spend is there. Let's look into how to view the result. After we publish, your Calculate Insights are available in a few ways. You can preview the data directly in Calculate Insight tab. And most importantly, these metrics are now available as attribute in the segment builder. When you go to create a segment, you will find your Calculated Insight listed as a category of attributes to filter on. So you will be able to say days since last purchase greater than 60 right in the visual segment, no SQL required at that point. If you run into issues like no result, usually means a SQL error on the DMO doesn't have data yet. Always preview your DMO first to confirm it has record. SQL errors are almost always about wrong field names. Go to field picker and double check. Unexpected values often come from null handling. Use coalesce to replace nulls with zeros in the number field and build your queries incrementally. In the next module, we build the RFM scoring model on top of these.